This is the pill, not the pill, another pill. A pill that has increased 400% in usage since 1988 after the FDA approved Prozac, and now these pills are taken by 1 in 10 Americans. Some have argued that an epidemic of mental illness has swept across our country in the last 2 decades. Or has it? You and I are about to have a serious conversation, and some of the information that I'll be sharing with you may startle, surprise, and more than likely upset you. When I discovered what it is I'm about to share with you, I was so angry that I made it my personal journey to share, educate, and teach so that we as a culture would stop our addiction to antidepressants. Now, I have a somewhat unusual discovery, a discovery about your emotions that I'd like to share with you today, a discovery about your emotions that could relieve you of your depression. It's a very simple discovery that within 2 weeks could relieve you of the mental anguish that you've been carrying for way too long. Now, I need you to pay attention for the next few minutes. This video contains one specific, somewhat strange discovery about your emotions that after hearing it, some have described the immediate effect was like lifting a damp, wet blanket off their head. Yeah, I know what you're thinking to yourself. I'm tired of all these pills and gimmicks and want something real. I completely understand. In fact, once you hear my story, you'll understand what depression cures are not real and how I discovered a better way so that you and many people who battle depression so desperately want. So please try to suspend all your preconceived notions and thoughts about depression and stick with me for these few short minutes. Okay, let's get started. Let me tell you what this video is not. This is not some cheesy brain magic of the subconscious. Come on, you've seen this garbage all over the internet. In fact, these discoveries that I'm about to share with you about your emotions root their research way back to the 1920s, and it will help explain why the pharmaceutical industry has blocked the true education behind emotional freedom. Before I dive into these discoveries, let me share with you a little bit about myself. Prior to teaching thousands of people in workshops and seminars throughout the country, I worked in the hospice industry as one of the youngest people in my position for a nationally recognized hospice organization. I've consulted with multiple organizations, I have a master's degree in the humanities, and I'm an author. Okay, let me tell you about someone who at one point was so depressed that for a 5-month period he would break down in uncontrollable weeping for nearly an hour every single day. His depression was so intense that family members were begging him, and I mean begging him, to go on antidepressants. His close friends were so worried about him that they would come over to his apartment and sit in his room just to be with him because they didn't know what else to do. That person drowning in depression was me. I was 26 years old when this occurred. Before then, I didn't understand how someone could consider taking their own life, but now I do. The unusual discovery I'm about to share with you allowed me to receive immediate relief during a time of extreme turmoil and acquire tools to ward off toxic emotions that initially spun me so out of control that I considered suicide. At the age of 34, I now come home to a community of people that I can say with deep certainty I trust and adore. I'm actively involved in working with other individuals who have found themselves in the same predicament that I was in. I love my work. I love seeing people receive freedom from depression. My family doesn't have to worry about me anymore either. A recent client of mine was able to break out of his 2-month struggle with insomnia in one single coaching call. On the call, I shared with him the information I'm about to share with you, and he was instantly able to detach from the insomnia and sleep peacefully through the entire night. And he slept fine ever since. As you know, this is a very serious topic because you may have gotten to that point. You know what point I'm talking about, the point where you've had enough. You have probably gone on antidepressants to get a glimpse of what normal could feel like. I will warn you, the information that you are about to receive is going to be very alarming. Since the production of antidepressants, the pharmaceutical industry has increased prescription drug sales 400%. Prozac alone jumped from 2 million users in 1988 to 33 million users in 2002. Either there has been an epidemic of mental health issues in our country, or the pharmaceutical industry has an agenda. Here's how they do it. A big pharmaceutical company uses lots of money to advertise their drugs, and an average person, you, with emotional turmoil, listens and wants legitimate help. So you make an appointment with your doctor. Your doctor makes $80 to $150 for the appointment and writes up a prescription for the antidepressants. And by the way, drug companies influence doctors with fancy trips disguised as educational teachings. These drugs help improve your mood and you feel emotionally stable again. So you decide to go off the prescription. In a matter of days, your emotions skyrocket and you feel like you've gotten worse. Uh-oh, I must have a chemical imbalance and need to stay on the drug. Mission complete. The pharmaceutical company now has you committed to long-term use of antidepressants, and you know where the money goes. So let's just talk about suicide for a moment. Get ready to be pissed. I thought to myself after researching, surely these doctors prescribing to 1 in 10 Americans can't be that stupid. Did you know that pharmaceutical companies are forced by the FDA to tell the consumer of an increased possibility of suicide after taking the antidepressants? It's on the bottles. Here's a question that I have for you. Are there ways to naturally fight depression that have long-term healthy effects? Are there ways to uproot deep causes of depression? And if so, is it possible to receive the same lasting results that I experienced after my 5 months of torment? Well, I have some exciting news for you today. You can. And I'm about to share with you this simple, unusual discovery that in 2 weeks will ignite your emotional well-being. Today you will learn why these pharmaceutical tricks and gimmicky courses simply don't have any lasting effect. What I'm about to share with you is the key to emotional stability in your personal and professional life. I'm about to get a little technical and talk about how the brain functions, but hang with me because I promise you, by the end of this presentation, you will understand how to maximize your emotional health. There are 3 specific pathways in the brain: the dopamine pathway, the serotonin pathway, and the norepinephrine pathway. The main role of these pathways are to transport through neurotransmitters the naturally occurring brain chemicals dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine. Simply put, doctors assign certain drugs to different symptoms of depression supposedly related to these 3 different chemicals. If a symptom of your depression is that you cannot feel pleasure at all, more than likely they'll assign a pill that affects dopamine. If it's grief or guilt, they'll assign a serotonin pill. If your symptoms involve excessive exhaustion, more than likely they'll assign you a pill related to norepinephrine. This is precisely the reason why you can be on upwards of 5, 10, or 15 different antidepressants at one time. But get this, the problem with this line of treatment is that artificially stimulating these chemicals based upon certain mood triggers is proven to have little to no long-term effects on your symptoms. And you might get upset to know that there is a study which says it really doesn't help short-term either. Let me say it more clearly. A $76 billion a year industry has little to show for it. What if I told you I had a way to treat all 3 of these pathways naturally? Test me to see whether or not it's too good to be true. They don't want you to know what I'm about to tell you. Let me tell you about my groundbreaking system. My system is called Oppressing Depression, Natural Biogenic Recalibration. Here's what you get. Step 1, cleanse the toxins in your brain and body. Step 2, introduce natural substances that will jolt these 3 chemicals naturally. Step 3, natural practices for your new rhythm of life. Let me give you a key to step 3. Toxic emotions with ruminating thoughts are depression enemy number 1. The practices we will be giving you are designed to destroy this enemy. They are designed to destroy your depression. Step 4 on page 55, you will read something that will likely shock you. It's the real reason that all the so-called Brain Weirdo series fail and the reason why my system is stacked to work. Once you get through step 4, you'll thank me. This is the same stuff that I've taught all across this country, and I've seen amazing results. So what I've designed is a system to enhance the health of all 3 pathways in the brain without the guesswork of antidepressants. The key is to get the emotional energy in your brain as high octane as possible naturally before pursuing a program of right thinking. And after just a few weeks, you'll be on your way to overhauling your emotional system, boosting your endorphins, and getting in what may be the healthiest emotional place you've ever been. The information I teach in Oppressing Depression isn't a bunch of unrealistic, theoretical, and unattainable ideas. It's written in a very straightforward, easy to understand, do this, don't do that format anyone can understand and follow. It's written for you. This is the same stuff that I've taught to thousands of clients all over the country. Let me quickly introduce you to some others that have followed the Oppressing Depression program with amazing results. This is Auburn from Roanoke, Virginia. After starting this program, I was shocked, but I couldn't figure out why. And then I realized it was hope. I hadn't really felt hope in a while. Auburn. Or how about Emily from Mount Vernon, Ohio? As a counselor, I've been waiting for a book easy enough to understand so that my clients could put these principles into action. I currently have 2 clients using this material now. Emily. Or take Jesse from Melbourne, Australia. To be honest, I didn't know what I was looking for. In the book, Ryan made the comment, we all need something to live for and something to die for. And I realized that I needed to live for something. Jesse. Not everyone will actually follow the steps outlined in the program, and there are some people who need further psychological help. But what I can tell you is that I can absolutely guarantee 2 things. First, if you follow my program, you will see results. And for some of you, it will be better than what you've experienced in this presentation. Second, if you're not 110% happy with the results, I will refund your money and you can keep the course for free. With the full Oppressing Depression program, you'll get the exact system that myself and many others have used. Charge the excitement in your brain and unlock passionate creativity. I'm so confident that it will work for you. If for any reason you decided the Oppressing Depression program isn't for you, just email me within 8 weeks and I'll give you a full refund. I'll let you keep everything for free. It's on me. No questions asked. My personal email address is ryan@oppressingdepression.com. Email me anytime. I check my email very often and love meeting new people, so email me to ask whatever questions you might have. I usually respond within a couple hours at the most. So what's the price of this incredibly unique system? Well, let's just say I'm not going to coerce you into a program and incrementally charge your card like every other programs you heard of, nor am I going to push you into a $2,900 weekend getaway. I say this because not only do these other programs charge for your initial entry, but also charge piles for follow-up coaching. Ridiculous. Or worse yet, buy another gimmicky brain subconscious weirdo series, spend too much money, and ultimately have less hope for the very real issues that you face every day. Or you could get the Oppressing Depression system for less than the price of a single coaching session, counseling session, or doctor's appointment to get a prescription. And I'm sure you already know what comes with that. And you get all this. Number one, the entire Oppressing Depression natural biogenic recalibration system, teaching the truth behind fast, permanent pathway to freedom from depression. Second, you'll get a play-by-play first 14 days manual, mapping out exactly what those first 14 days are going to look like. Third, you'll get access to our custom natural chemical enhancements list. These are a list of foods, practices, and supplements to enhance dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine levels naturally with health and precision. You'll immediately know what to put in your system to get maximum results. Fourth, you'll be given practical exercises to attack rumination with our Exchange the Lie resource. In this resource, you'll receive valuable lessons and insights on uprooting false understandings of self and learn how to replace them with incredible expectation. Fifth, a practical goal-setting technique. In order for each of us to design a destination and pathway for our lives, it is important to have in your toolbox a goal-setting technique. Six, along with that teaching on goal setting, it will be helpful to think past your depression with our Discovering Your Dreams resource. So I've provided for you a powerful strategy for uncovering your dreams. Seventh, how many of you know that the first 2 hours of the day are the most important 2 hours of the day? In this resource, we'll teach you how to work smarter, not harder. You will learn how to train your emotions to work for you and not against you from the very beginning of the day. And eighth, you'll get 1 full year of personal email coaching. Yes, that's right. I'll give you my personal address so that you can contact me anytime. Ask me whatever you want. Listen, I'm here for you every single step of the way. I want you to prove this to yourself so that you can do this once and for all. So I'll be there for all the motivation you need. And by the way, you also get any lifetime updates for free. That's right. As our research discovers practices, insights, and innovation, we'll update the course and you'll get access to the updated copy absolutely free. Listen, you deserve the best and that's what we're going to give you. Now, because this video isn't up for long and you've managed to get here while it's still up, we've set up for you a very special discount to get not some, but the full Oppressing Depression program. The regular price and the price that organizations have paid is higher than most trainers. And the reason is because I've revealed things that nobody else has revealed. The price that organizations and companies have paid to learn these concepts taught in the full Oppressing Depression course are packages as high as $3,800. Now here's where you benefit since the Oppressing Depression program is instantly downloadable. Look, I don't have to pay my traveling costs and paperwork material. I don't have to pay my employees to schedule appointments for me. I didn't meet with you face to face and don't have to ship it to you. Basically, that means I can reduce my overhead fees and savings onto you because I don't have to pay out as much. Then I told you earlier, I'm going to make this affordable to everyone. I'm not going to charge anywhere near $3,800 for this package. I'm not going to charge $9.99. I'm not going to charge $4.99. Heck, I'm not even going to charge $149 that some doctors charge for appointments. The price of the full Oppressing Depression course is yours for a one-time payment of $99, which is almost 95% off the original price of $3,800 that I've charged for training. But I want to make this better for you. You've shown me that you're committed to a lifestyle of emotional freedom, or you wouldn't have listened to this entire video. If you order right now, I want to give you an additional teaching on the #1 reason for burnout in the workplace. Most people assume that burnout comes from overwork. Wrong. It comes from emotional triangulation or getting stuck in other people's problems. In this additional teaching, we'll give you practical techniques to avoid people who want to relationally manipulate you and to make sure that you have absolutely no excuse for not taking control of your life's destination with the oppressing depression system. I'm going to lower the price even more and give you the entire oppressing depression system, the bonuses, and the additional teachings for just $49. Not the already huge 90% off discounted price of $99. You can get everything for just $49. But you must order through this video by clicking the add to cart button below right now. You've learned about this new incredible dynamic method of feeling better starting in just under 2 weeks. You've seen just how much is included in the Oppressing Depression package and to what lengths I'll go to help you finally make the changes you've always wanted to make. You have an incredible money back guarantee where you can get a refund for any reason at all and keep everything for free. And you've even gotten an enormous discount off the regular price of the program from $3,800 to only $49. Okay, one last thing I forgot to mention. I just created one more special resource to gain some emotional stability while on vacation. This is a 72-hour plan to the detail retreat that you can take with 5 of your best friends. This is an hour-by-hour guided retreat to release and empower your emotional stability as a team or in any close relationship. Download that new life below. As you consider putting the system to work for you, imagine how great you will soon feel, how healthy and alive you will be. Remember, this is the one plan I personally guarantee will make immediate changes in the way you approach your family, work, and most intimate of relationships. And don't forget how time-sensitive this offer is. If you act real fast, you get the groundbreaking Oppressing Depression system, a whole year of product updates, a year of coaching, the additional #1 reason for burnout in the workplace, and the 72-hour retreat we created just for you. You're getting all this for this low price and my amazing money-back guarantee. Click the button below now, and I truly hope this is where you'll decide things will change. We've laid out the exact roadmap for you to become incredibly emotionally healthy. Now it's up to you. I mean it when I say I can't wait to meet you and look forward to helping you completely change your life in the days to come. We hope to talk to you soon, so make it a great day. Click the Add to Cart button below to order right now.